the recording. Yeah, so welcome everyone, whoever joined here new. You guys have to follow. Okay, I'll type in the chat box. What do you have to do? Sign in here and pick a name.
That I joined actually.
Yes, let me check. Yeah, I see Nuria, Taiba, and Zainab. I see three of you. Right now, there is one, two, three, four students. So I don't see Hamida, I think. Yeah. So let me change to that screen back again. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit trickier because I'm doing the online classes. Yeah. So you can see the screen right now. So what are we gonna do if we ask some questions like this? Wait, let me ask you. Like, what did you learn yesterday? And all of you can see that in the whiteboard, right? And you can type here like using the mouse that we learned. What is it called? Number system. In your whiteboard. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, some of you are using it. And also there's a handy thing. I think Zainab disconnected from here, I guess. Yes, sometimes it can happen. And also you can log in back again. And there's an eraser tool that you can use to remove all the things that you written. Or just there's a much more user-friendly things, clear both foreground and background. That'll remove everything that is present in your whiteboard. So that was it for today's practice session that we're gonna do in this whiteboard. Now I'm gonna be changing this white screen to Microsoft Whiteboard because I'm gonna discuss about what we learned yesterday. So after revising what we have learned yesterday, we're gonna come back here to practice some of the math sheets. Okay. Okay, I'll be changing this screen to Microsoft Whiteboard, share. Yeah, as you can see, this is the yesterday's thing. And you can interact with me right now. Can you see that Microsoft Whiteboard, white screen?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, let's start with the revising what we covered yesterday. We get to know about the number system, the topic that we've been learning, number system. With number system, we had learned, wait, let me see. First, number system. And then we get to know about digits and numbers. As you can, okay, one of you give me examples of the digits and numbers that you can mention. Anyone remember from yesterday's class?
Yes, sir. What?
Yes, sir.
Give me examples of digits and numbers.
Can I?
Numbers.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You don't need to ask permissions. Two of you.
Digits.
Huh?
Okay. Digits are starting from 0 up 9, and
Yeah.
when it is 2, for example, 12 or 10, we call them numbers, and also if we separate them, we can call them digits. For example, the 12, if we have in 12, we have 2 digits that one of them is 1 and the other is 2. Yes?
Yeah, yes, correct. You're correct. So digits are from 0 to 9,
Yeah.
and the numbers are from 0 to 9.
Yes.
And also the 2 digits number like 12, 30, 99, the highest 2-digit number, and goes on. So digits, there are only 10 digits. From 0 to 9, there are only 10 digits, and numbers are infinite. So that was it. And then the next topic that we learned is like the from natural, and then we knew about whole number, and then integer, and then rational. I'm just reviewing everything that we learned yesterday, and we're gonna move on to the
Real.
worksheets. Yeah, exactly, real. So that is the one that we learned yesterday. And then again, there was this huge, okay, let me get that. I still have that system yesterday, the thing that I worked on. So this one, like, let me take a screenshot of it. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, it's much slower, but yeah, we get to know about the real number and how they are categorized: rational, irrational, then integer, fraction, positive, negative, simple, decimal, prime, non-prime, and finite, infinite. And from the irrational, there is like infinite decimal without repetition. Yeah, this can be a little bit faster, but if you want me to, what is it called? Like catch up with everything that sometimes you have trouble understanding, you can always look at the videos. I will give you the video link so that you can go through them 1 or 2 times or even 3 times. Okay, and we have given some examples about this whole diagram that we did. Like about real numbers, you get like 0, then -1, then you can say 5/6, you can say negative numbers. All of them belongs to real number. It's the biggest of them all. And then you get rational, and in the rational section you get √2 or the value of pi. So yeah, we learned about it. I hope every one of you can remember, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very
We do
good.
remember all
So
the time.
the thing is, I'm reviewing this so that it gets much easier. The things, as I told you before, if I ask you suddenly a question, is -5 a fraction or -5 a decimal? Sometimes it can come to you as like, okay, I'll give you the question again. Is -5 a decimal? So some of you, sometimes when we kind of see this question, because of not having this chart in our practice every day, it can come to us as a hard thing to answer. So actually answer me the question, is -5 a decimal?
This no.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer.
No, it's not.
Yeah, -5, if I categorize, is the last thing, it goes to negative integer. Okay,
The
then it's
negative
an,
integer.
yeah, then it's
Yes.
an integer, then
Integer,
it's a rational,
right?
and then it goes to real.
And
So
real.
you are correct. -5 is not a decimal. So when we get this type of questions, it takes time to answer. So the more you practice, the more easier it gets. So yeah, so today we're gonna practice about these questions, like the topic that we covered yesterday. So let me give you some questions. Okay, where do I find question now? That's the question. So let me see. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, I have a sheet, I think. Let's see from there. Open up. And I got this, and I will copy this, and I think we can answer this question right now. Okay, let me download it. Open file. This is okay. Let me take a screenshot first. It's gonna get much easier that way. Oh no. Let me open the file. Yeah. And then take a screenshot like this. Well, the screenshot isn't working for some reason. So in that case, we are just gonna be using a PDF version, getting back to the original thing. Wait, is that today? Yeah, that's today. Mhm. Okay, let me put a PDF over here. In the download section. Okay, what is the name of that PDF? I'm sorry for taking some time. Week 1. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Insert all pages. Yeah, as you can see the question here, right? Let me make it much larger for you. Yeah. All of you, can you see the question on the whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's gonna be much easier if I post it in the whiteboard.fi that we use for learning. Yeah.
Yes.
That way you can answer the questions. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna be asking you some question about this, and can if I can send this PDF to the whiteboard FI, you can actually interact with it and answer. So yeah, the first thing that the worksheet says, real numbers system worksheet, as we learned yesterday. So circle all the classifications that apply to each number. Right here, 0.8 here, you can see that. So the question is it a real number, rational? And you can circle all of it, circle, or just using what is it called? Okay, I'm gonna paste it in another thing. We're gonna do this kind of thing, like real. You do this, you can do rational, something like that. Does it go to irrational? It doesn't. Does it go to integer? It doesn't. It doesn't also go to whole and natural. So it gets two. So you can do this kind of underline, or you can circle like this. So you can do this type of answering pattern. So let me paste it if I can. And whoever joined new, oh, we only have 3 students. It's fine. I thought like some students join new. They're having trouble connecting. I understand. Okay, no worries. With whomever that we have here, we can always put something. Like, let me see, insert PDF. There are copy. Yeah, there is in insert. Okay, I have to get a trial for that. Okay, that's not good. Okay, let me ask you the question by writing the question from the whiteboard itself. So, as you can see, let me change the screen to whiteboard.fi. Yeah, you can come back here using the link that I've provided in the chat. Okay, in that way we can practice again. And yeah, whoever joined right now, you can see a link in the chat. Welcome all of you, whoever joined now, and you can see a link in the chat. If you click that link, you have to pick up a name and then you can join the class. Some of you already joined it, whoever was here, like Taiba, Zainab, they are here. Nuria is also here, and some of you just joined right now. So you can click the link, pick up a name and join here. So we're gonna be interacting some questions over here. Uh, some of you, can you tell me, I'm confused, what do you see in the board right now?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, what is written in the board? Because I have to check like if I'm sharing it. Okay.
Teacher, I'm go to my board. I cannot see your board and what to do in your board.
Oh, okay. You can see only your board, but not mine, right? I think you have to be
Yes.
okay. If you don't see your board, you can always see the screen share. Okay. So I'll be like the whiteboard that I've provided you or like told you to sign into so that you guys can practice and I can see. Right now I see Nuria, Taiba, and Zainab online there. Okay, if you write something, I can see that. So that's what I'm doing right now. So let me ask you the first question. Um, okay, real, irrational, integer, whole number. Okay. Let me delete this, clear both background, and then I'm gonna be listing some numbers like real, rational, like the one in whiteboard sheet that was, then irrational, integer, whole, and natural. Integer, whole, natural. So these are the words that we know from yesterday. So we're gonna give you a number. So you have to say what type of categories does it belong to. I'll give you an example. The first one will be an example. Like right now I put 0.8. Okay. Can you interact with your boards, Nuria, Taiwan, Zainab? Like whoever is online in the whiteboard.fi. Okay. I'm getting no answers, so it's a little bit trickier for me to follow you, but I'll be giving you some examples right now. And whoever joined again in the class, what you have to do is to look at the chat, and there's this link. You sign in here and pick a name so that you can interact in the class. So let me use this. So 0.8 is a real number. Okay, it's a real number. It's a rational number. It's not irrational. It's not integer. It's not whole, and it's not even natural. So you understand what I did? So let me remove this like this. If you guys can do it like this, it's gonna get more easier for you in the board. But I don't see anybody interacting, so I can get back to the Microsoft.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
uh, I don't know how to hand gain the whatever I am writing in whiteboard.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's fine. I guess we can take that as a practice for tomorrow's class. I'll give you the link in even the emails or before leaving the class. So we're gonna get back to the Microsoft Whiteboard now for now. And the next day, maybe we can get back to this whiteboard.fi. It becomes much easier if you practice from your home once or twice. Okay.
Okay.
So that way, I think I'm not getting enough reviews. That's why it's gonna be harder for me. So you can see the PDF right now that I earlier brought in. So yeah, there it is. So what you're gonna have to do, one of you tell me like the numbers, where do they belong in? Okay. Sometimes you're gonna see root 64. You can use your calculator or your math doing skills to get the outcome of this number, and you can pick a number categorization from here. Right now, I'll be looking in a calculator. Okay, so as I have given the example, where it is the root calculator. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use one of mine, a physical calculator, so that I can tell you the answer of that. Okay, as we're gonna be doing, so some of you tell me, like the ones that you're present, unmute yourself Can anyone tell me what 0.8 belongs to?
It is a real.
Yeah, it's a real.
It's rational. No, irrational.
No, it's a rational. You're correct. Not
Okay, rational.
irrational. Irrationals are
Uh,
kind of like this. I'll give you another
yeah.
example. Like
Okay, rational.
irrational are 0 point as it's a 0.0.888888 or no, not 8888 something like that. These numbers don't repeat themselves. Okay, then it becomes a irrational number.
Yeah. Okay.
But rational number ends like 0.8, it ended over here. Okay, so that's why it's a rational number. And if you still have confusions, I
Yes.
can change back to this. Yeah, wait, this number, and you can see all the list of numbers over here, and I'll do a little bit zoom out. Oh, okay. And then insert the PDF over here. Week. Insert all pages. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, if you have problems answering, I'll be zooming it out so that you can see the categories. Okay, another question. Root 64. Okay, if I type root 64, you get the number 8.
At first, it's real and irrational. If it's we don't solve that irrational.
Okay, root 64 is 8. Okay. Yeah.
It's real, rational,
Yeah.
and
Wait. Yeah, you're correct. Real, rational, and
it's integer.
yeah, it's an integer. And then is it a whole number?
Yeah.
And what
think.
about natural? Is it a natural number?
Yes,
Yes, correct.
I think.
Yeah. No, you have to be confident. It's fine, Nuria. Like it's a real number because it is 8, rational because it's also 8, and the whole numbers, it starts from 0 to 9, like the whole number, and the natural number starts from 1 to infinite, something like that. Oh, 0 to 9, it's a wrong thing. Wait, let me remove it. It starts from 0, and the natural number starts from 1 to infinity. So here 8, it's a positive integer. As you can see, 1 is a positive integer, and yeah, I can say infinity for the whole number, but these are not negative. If it was negative, it won't be a whole number, neither natural number.
Yes.
Okay, let me remove this so that comes clear for you to see. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Like anyone, like what about Bibi Khadija? Are you here with us? You can unmute yourself and help me answer the next question, like 0. I think, yeah, her microphone is muted. So any one of you again can answer the same question. Like, how about 0? Tell me, what about 0? Is it a real number? Is it rational? Is it irrational? Tell me.
It is it's a real.
Yeah,
No?
it's a real.
Yeah, it's a real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rational.
Yeah, it's a rational. Is it a irrational?
No, I think.
No, it's not an irrational. Is it an integer?
It is an integer.
Integer
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
as
it's positive. Positive.
yeah. Yeah.
Positive.
No,
No.
it's a neutral number. It's neither positive, neither. So all the integers are like this: -5, -4, and you get 0 as well, and you also get like the positive numbers. So these are all integers.
Yeah.
So it's correct, it's integer.
Okay.
And then what about whole number and natural number? Is it them?
If it's the integer, I think it can be whole and natural.
Yeah, here the trick thing is integer. If it's an integer but it's negative, what about it's like -5? Will it be a whole number? Okay, we're gonna ask it next time. Like there's another question like this.
No,
No?
no.
So you're correct about it,
If it's
Nuria. It's a whole number and it's also a natural number.
mm,
So what about -19? Try to answer -19.
uh, it's the same, but it's it's not the irrational and also whole and natural.
Very good. So it's real,
It's real,
rational,
rational and integer, I
integer.
think.
Yeah. Again, I'll give you the examples. Real number has all the negatives in it. Rational also
An
has negative
integer.
digits, negative numbers, sorry, not
But
digits,
it can't be
whole or natural. Yeah, it is not irrational because it stops. Like it's like a number digit like -19.
yes.
It's not something like 0 point blah 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 blah. Okay, it's hard to use the tool here, pencil tool here, so I'll be using this. Okay, yeah, okay. It's not like something 0.834, something like that. The numbers that don't repeat, so it's not an irrational number. I hope is everything here, it's easy for you, it's getting easier. And what about the others who are not talking or unmuting themselves? You can always use the chat. You can tell me, sir, this is a real, like right now, I'll give you an example. -19 as we did. -19 is, look at the chat, everyone. Real, rational, then integer. You can type like this in the chat, okay? So next, let's move on to -100. It's a little bit tricky, so I'll be helping you. Yeah, tell me what -100, root over -100 can be. What do you get? Like if you root over 100, what do you get? Okay, you get 10. And as we have a minus in front of it, what do we get? It's a -10, right? Now, if I place
Yes.
-10, can you tell me which numbers does it belong to? It gets much easier now. Tell me.
It's real, rational,
Integer.
integer.
Yeah. Okay. So after I do the
Real,
worksheet, yeah, is it
rational,
rational?
integer,
Integer, correct.
and it's not.
Yeah, it's not the other ones, like not irrational, whole, or neither natural. Thank you, Nuria. You're helping me a lot. Okay, so
And natural.
yeah. So any one of you who would like to join again in this practice session, it's fine. You can just unmute yourself. Don't be bothered by it. You have to say anything. Nobody is judging. And plus, this is the second class and it's the beginning. So it's gonna be hard for you to follow up sometimes, I guess. So you can make mistakes, no worries. I'll always be here to help you. Also, I'll be handing out some practice sheets after the lesson like this, so that you can put your name and date and then do these tasks by yourself. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It says 2.343443444, something like that. Okay, now this one is tricky over here. Okay, let me ask you, which category does it belong to?
It's It's real and irrational.
It's real and irrational. Okay. And then what about integer,
Uh,
whole, or natural?
Integer. It's not integer.
Yeah, because integers are like all the whole numbers, like -5,
Yes.
0, 5. These are integers. So it doesn't have like the decimal points like it. So that's why it's not integer and not even whole or natural. Okay, let me tell you about the rational and irrational. Let me remove it first. Okay, we learned yesterday, like, let me, okay, yeah. So irrational over here, it says infinite decimal without repetition. Okay, infinite decimal without repetition. And the word, like the digit, like the number that we just learned was here. I put it here again, 2.3434, and then 344, and then 3444. So as you can see, Nuria and others, you've been interacting with me, Nuria. That's why I told your name. So do you think there's a repetition in the number? Like after 2.34, 344, 3444, is there a repetition? Yeah, anyone can answer. It doesn't have to be only one individual student all the time. Anyone can take part in. It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I think your internet a little bit lagging. It's fine though. Yeah, I understand why you guys are always quiet. Okay. So as you can see, it has some repetition. So it's not an irrational number. It goes in kind of infinite decimal. Okay. Nuria, as you've answered before, it's not an irrational number. It's gonna be a rational number because it has repetition in it, 2.34, 344, 3444, and like that. So it's gonna be a decimal infinite. So if it's a decimal infinite, as we have learned yesterday, it's gonna be categorized in fraction. It also gonna categorize it in rational and real. So it's a rational number. Okay. I hope I'm clear to you. And mind me and pardon me if I sometimes make mistakes, but yeah, it's not irrational. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It is 3 by 7. 3 by 7. What do you think it belongs to? Again, anyone can answer and anyone can answer in the chat. I've given you an example how to do that. Tell me what 3 by 7 is. Is it a real? Is it a rational? And others.
I think it's real, rational, and fraction.
Real, rational, and fraction. Yeah,
It's
but it is not here, but correct. You're correct. It's a fraction. It's
real,
not.
rational,
It's not an irrational, and it's not the other ones because these
it's
are whole
rational.
and natural. If I put, okay, if I have to delete it like this, and I will bring it over.
Then
Okay, 3 by 7. Okay, so let me put it over here. As you said, it's a fraction, right? So in that case, if it's a fraction, it's a rational and real, like we had that in question. What about it? Is it a simple fraction or is it a decimal? Tell me.
It's simple fraction.
Very good. There it is. So it's a simple fraction. It's a fraction, rational and real. So we're going to move on to the next one. Thank you very much. Whoever answered, you were correct. And as usual, if you're going to join, just unmute yourself and tell me. Okay. And we have root 75 over here. Okay. If I use my calculator to answer root 75, we get something like this. I'll give you a thing for your easier thing, 8 0.660254038 dot. Okay. So now tell me, this is root 75. Okay. So what this number is, does it belong to real and the other ones? Tell me, answer.
It's real, and I think it's irrational.
Yeah, you're
Irrational.
correct.
That it's real and rational.
Rational or irrational?
Irrational.
Irrational. Correct. Not rational. Okay, let me get you back again to the chart. Why isn't it? Because 8.660254, you can see there's no repetition of the same digits. It's 6602254038 and keeps on going. So it's an infinite decimal without repetition. So you can also type it as like the way it was, root 75. Okay. So let me bring it over here. So it becomes a irrational, it also becomes a real, but not rational, and other ones, not even whole, integer, or other numbers. Okay. So let me get back to the whole point back again. Okay. What about, it's a mixed fraction, as you can see, 6 whole 2 by 3. You can say it like that. If you solve it, you have to multiply 6 with 3 and add 2 like this. Okay, I'll type here. 6 times x 3 plus 2 and divided by 3. Something like that. You can say this is the formula to solve this mixed number. So we get another one. Let me bring over here. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. 20 by 3. You get this. So can you tell me, okay, can you tell me what 20 by 3 is? Is it a real?
It's the
Go ahead.
yeah, it's the real, rational,
Rational.
and simple fraction.
Very good. There you go. Yeah, you're doing great. You just put it in everywhere. Okay, 20 by 3. It's here, simple fraction. There it is. And as it's a simple fraction, it goes to fraction, it goes to rational, and it also goes to real. So thank you very much, whoever answered it. Yeah. So if you see some kind of questions like this, root 75 and 6 whole 2 by 3, don't feel obliged to not use the calculator. You can use the calculator or your mental calculation technique to solve these questions. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Here you can see there's a bar over here. This is a new one. I'll tell you about it. 12.67, and there's a bar over this, right? What does it mean?
It means
yeah,
it's continuing.
right? Yeah, exactly. It means it's continuing. Like 6 7 6 7 6 7, something like that. Dot 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 dot. That if you see this kind of 6 7 6 7 all the time, you put a dot over here like this, like that bar, or sometimes you can just use dots like this. So it becomes easier for you to understand. Let me remove this. That. Okay, now tell me, what does 12.6767 is? Is it a real, rational? Go ahead, answer.
It's the real.
Yeah, it's a real.
Rational.
Yeah, it's a rational.
Fraction.
Yeah.
Fraction.
Yeah, it can be a fraction.
And also it's infinite.
Infinite.
Yeah, infinite.
Infinite. Yeah, you're correct. So It's the infinite decimal because it has repetition. And why, can you
Yes.
tell me why isn't it an irrational number?
Because it's repeat.
Exactly, there is the answer. So this, here the main trick questions comes, like the why is this why this number is not irrational, because it repeats itself. But in
Yes.
the irrational section, you can see infinite decimal without repetition. So infinite decimal, this one is infinite decimal, you get a fraction, you get a rational, you get a real. And thank you for answering correctly. We're gonna move on to the next question. Okay, what about 12 by 5? What type of number is it?
It's again real, rational,
Rational?
and simple fraction.
Yeah, simple fraction. Let me put it here. 12 divided by 5. Here it is. It's a simple fraction, as you can see. And as it's a simple fraction, what else it is? It's a fraction, it's a rational and real, as you answered before. So that's how easily you're gonna answer questions. Sometimes maybe my technique of teaching is harder. Maybe you have learned a lot easier way. So don't feel don't feel obliged to always use my technique or any book's technique. As long as you know the correct answer and you know how to solve the mathematics, your answer will be taken. Okay. So we move on to the last question, and we have the familiar figure, pi. Yeah, tell me what pi is.
It's real and irrational.
It's real and irrational, correct? Correct. And is it infinite decimal without repetition?
Without
Yeah, it's not. It's just like
no
3.1. Like if you
one.
break down the pi to the digit 3.1514159 dot, I can search on the, what is it called, keyboard. If I write the value of pi, it's something like 3.141592654, and it doesn't have any other more because my calculator doesn't support more than that. So yeah, it's kind of like if I break pi down to a decimal number, you get this one, infinite decimal without repetition. But as it's a pi itself, it can just be irrational. Okay, so are we clear about this class? Like
Yes.
about the things? Thank you very much for interacting. Now we're gonna be moving on to the graph. So it's a common thing, as you can see, like, uh, oh, Fatima texted something I haven't seen, like 7 minutes ago. Hi, sir, and all dear friends. Sorry for coming late. I have big problem issue. Even I couldn't send an email. It's fine, Fatima. It's, I understand all of you sometimes having internet connection problem. So, and as it's an online class, I am giving you excuse absence sometimes or late. Okay. So don't you worry about what it is. You just concentrate on the learning. Sometimes you're also having trouble seeing my screen. So I made a YouTube video and I sent you all yesterday. As you can see, I'll do the same exact thing for this. So if you missed any portion, you can just skip ahead and see that part, or you just can revise the whole lesson by yourself. Fatima, as long as you're learning, all of you, it's enough and it's appreciated. You don't have to be anxious about what presents are you getting. Are you getting an absent? Are you getting a presents? Because it's an online class, you are excused. Don't worry about it. I understand sometimes I also have trouble connecting online. Okay, let's move on to the, yeah, Rokia sir, could you make a WhatsApp group? Yeah, exactly, I'll do that. Okay, let's do that today. I guess I will send you my phone number via email, and so that you can send me your phone number so I can create a group. Some of you will take some more time to join the WhatsApp group, but it's fine. We're still gonna be using email, both email and WhatsApp. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand for the late emails. Okay. Let's move on, and don't worry about like how you're attending the class. We are all recording it. You can and I'm giving you a lot of time to understand these topics, so don't have to rush, and it's easier for you to slowly learn. Okay, and you can always ask me questions if you don't understand. Okay, let's move on to the thing, the graph. As you can see over here, it's a graph from -5 from -5 to 0. It also has 0 to 5. It's not correct actually, because it has -5, -4, -3, -2, and all the graphs. So what we have to do, as it says, graph and label each number on the number line below. You may label the number with the letter. So what you have to do is find the value of this, and you put a dot over here or a line over here. I'll be doing that for you. I'll give you the first answer, and from that I'll be asking questions. So as you can see, it's 0.75. So we get 0.75 over here, you can say. Okay. And
Yes.
and we can type 0.75 and make it a little bit small. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, there it is. It's a little bit smaller, and we can put it over here. So okay, yeah, it's a 0.75. And the next question is √3, as you can see. Okay, can you tell me √3, is it a rational or irrational number?
It's irrational? No,
Uh,
It's rational
it's
numbers.
rational.
no,
Rational number.
it's an irrational number. Irrational. Why? Because if I type √3 and send the like use the equal button in calculator, what we get? Okay, what do we get? We get 1.7320500808 dot dot dot, something like that. And also another thing about the irrational number is you cannot type √3, like, okay, I cannot put √3 as p by q. Here p by q both are integer numbers, and I haven't taught you that, so it can be a new thing for you. I'll be explaining it later. Why √3 is not a rational number? There's a whole mathematics about it. Why √3 cannot be expressed by p by q? So if you can express √3 like this, p by q, something like that, like if you can put √3 like this, 17 by 10, something like that, it's not, I'm just giving you an example. If you can put it like that, you get like a p like as a numerator and q as a denominator. That's what I'm saying. And q here doesn't equals to 0. If it's a 0, then it becomes undefined. So that's why both of them are integers. Here √3 can be expressed like a decimal over here, like this one. Okay, so it cannot be expressed like this way, and that's why, students, this is said as a irrational number. And you can always use that technique that it keeps on happening infinitely. That's why you can put it as an irrational number as well. So let me remove these things. I hope you understand. Even if you still have questions, you can try out the worksheet and ask me questions about it. Okay, so let me make a little bit smaller. So it's a what? It's an irrational number. Where is it? Oh my God, it's gone. Okay, there it is. So it's gonna be over here, like here. So I'll be giving small dot 1.73. Okay. So in the graph, it becomes here. I hope it is easier for you to understand. Okay. Did you understand? Like the value of root 3 is 1.73, so it becomes here. The point is over here. Okay. So let's move on to root 9. Can you tell me where does root 9 belong to?
It is rational, and it goes to right
Yeah, it's a
in the
rational.
graph.
What is root 9? Can you say?
It's 3.
3. Very good. So, oh, okay, I have to zoom it out so you can see it. Okay. So 3 is over here, right? And what you said, it's a rational number. It's a rational number. It's a whole number. It's a real number. It's a rational number. It's a whole number. It's a natural number. It's also an integer. So root 9 over here, and you can put root 9 where? In the 3. Okay. It's just a line. Just because of the mouse, I have like something like this. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. It's -2 whole 1/2. So can you simplify this?
It is 5/2.
Very good. 5/2. -5/2. Okay.
Yeah, negative.
So -5/2's value is, if I type it in the calculator, you can use calculator for your convenience. You get -2.5. Okay. So I'm just putting it as a decimal so that it can be easier for you to put it in the graph. So -2 whole 1/2 is -5/2, and it can be simplified as -2.5. So let me delete this. Okay, where does it's gone. So it's -2.5. Where does it belong to? Can you tell me in the graph?
It's belong to left.
Oh yeah,
First it's
exactly.
minus.
Yeah, left, and where?
Trying to.
In this region?
No.
In this region?
Into 3.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it is in the middle. Oh, it's not middle, but what can I say? Yeah, it's not middle, but as it is, like, because it's harder for me to do that in computer. Okay, you can always use like your like pens to make a whole line in the copy and put it down like this if you're trying it out in the copies. Okay, and then we have -15/10. What can you write -15/10 as if we simplify?
3/2 negative.
Some
It
of
is 3/5.
yeah, 3/5. -15
Minus
by 10 equals to
negative 3/5.
no, not 3/5, 3/2.
3/2, teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, it's fine. You can make mistakes. Don't worry. Yeah, it's a tricky because you divide 15/5 and 10/5 as well. So if I write it like this, 15/10. Okay, let me put a negative. So if you divide 15 with 5, you get 3. If you divide 10 with 5, you get 2. So that's how we got my -3/2. Let me remove this. Okay, and also this part. So you get -3/2. So what is -3/2? It's in the decimal, -3/2 is -1.5. Okay, do you understand?
Yes.
So So where does negative 1.5? Oh, okay, it always goes away. Yeah, negative 1.5
It's
belongs to
it's left
left.
between 1 and 2.
Very good. Yeah, between 1 and 2. Here it is. And I put a line over here. Yeah. We don't have other, they're lost. Wait, let me see. Like the other numbers. This because it's a, what is it called? It's a whiteboard Microsoft. That's why sometimes if you put it down like this and do the custom drawing, it goes away. Always you can use your whole copy and draw with a pencil and put it in. Okay, next we're going to move on to 4.2. 4.2 bar. It's like this, 4.2, and there's a bar. So what can you write it as?
It's infinite and it goes to right.
4.22222, something like that. So what type of number is 4.2222? Tell me.
Infinite.
Infinite decimal, right? Yeah, we can put it over infinite decimal.
Yes.
It becomes a decimal, it becomes a fraction, it becomes a rational, it becomes a real. Okay, it's like a kind of like too much studies, you don't need it. So we got 4.2 to do something like that. We don't use the bar. So where can you put 4.222 in the graph?
It's between 3 and 4 in right.
No.
No, 4 and 5.
4 and 5, correct.
4 and 5.
Okay, where is it gone? Give it a second. Yeah, there it is. It's smaller now. So we put it over here. Let me make it even more smaller. Yeah. And I put a 4.222 over here. So there it is. And then we have negative root 2. Yeah, so this is interesting. So tell me, what is a root 2? Is it a rational or an irrational number? Is it a rational number or irrational number?
It's irrational?
It's irrational number.
Irrational number, you're correct. And if I put negative root 2 in calculator, we get something like this: 1.4142 13562 13562. You can add dot dot dot. So this is the value of root 2, and the negative root 2 is negative 1.4142 13562. So what can you, let me remove some of it, go like this, delete it, it doesn't necessarily required. So where can you put negative 1.41 in?
It's in between 1 and 2 in left side.
Left side, exactly. 1 and 2. Oh, I cannot see it now. Yeah, there it is. 1.41. There it is. So you put a line like this here, over here. Yeah, there it is. So then we're gonna see pi, the value of pi itself. Can anyone tell me what is the value of pi?
It's 3.14 and continue.
Yeah, you can say that. 3.14159 something dot 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 dot, something like that. So this is the value of pi. So tell me, is pi a rational number?
Yeah, it's an irrational number.
It's an irrational number. So I put the 3.14, the value of pi, in which section of graph?
It's right between 3 and 4.
Correct. So as you can see, whoever interacted, and lots of you did a terrific job. Like, as I can see, like you guys answered me the questions. Yeah, some of you just answered a frequent more questions than the other. It's fine. but you did great. We could answer all of it correctly. So what are you gonna do is maybe I'll give you the same worksheet back again for homework, and you put your name, you put your date. You don't have to put a period over here. It's something like if we were having the offline classes, we would hand it out to you in paper. But now it's online classes. We cannot give you the hard copy. We can just provide you the soft copy like this, and you have to use Google Doc for what is it called? Editing it or writing it like yourself, like the way that you want. And then you take a screenshot, or you just can save it in the computer and upload it to me in my email or WhatsApp if I will provide you later. So that's it. So that was a worksheet that we did. It took a long time. It wouldn't take that much time if you guys do it, because we've been asking the question to everyone. So it's really easy, as you can see. For newer topics, I thought we would learn place values today, but it's fine, we couldn't do it. If you have any questions regarding these things, I'll be just reviewing the first class that we had yesterday, today, not the new topic. I thought we would still have a lot of time. As I can see, I only have 10 minutes. So I'll just provide you some WhatsApp number or other things we can talk about. So we're not gonna learn place value today. We're gonna do it in the next class. And I'll give you some worksheets, I guess, if I can, in your email, okay, after the class. And also I'm making a recording of it. Some of you joined, some of you joined late, and some of you couldn't join, so that you guys can see this in the YouTube section, okay? I understand the things that, and regarding today's topic, does anyone have any questions? You can ask me silly questions like, good morning, how is the weather? You can also ask me this kind of questions, fine. Don't feel obligated.
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. And let me ask you, Nuria, what about your weather? Where are you living in? Tell us something about this. What's the temperature there?
It's sunny today. I'm living in Pakistan.
Yeah. And right now it's 9:43, right? AM?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And what about else, other students? What can you tell? Like, how is the weather today?
Today,
Question.
Okay.
today is cloudy in Afghanistan, Ghazni province.
Sir,
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see Suraya Nasiri just joining every time, and she cannot attend the class. As we have done today's lesson, I'm almost finished. We did the worksheet. Terrific job done for you. We're gonna do the place value in the next class. So yeah, regarding today's lesson, like this, do you have any questions?
yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but sometimes it is lagging, Suraya. Yeah. Okay. So let me give you the whole idea of the next screen that I was telling you was whiteboard.fi. As I will share the screen there. Let me do that. New share to whiteboard.fi. So what I was telling you about, can you see the screen now? Like it's a little bit different than Microsoft Whiteboard though.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Fatima typed something in 2 minutes ago. I said, yes, sir, please share your WhatsApp number because we're already, we have WhatsApp group and we need your number. Oh, okay. You do have a WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll give you my number. You can add me in the WhatsApp group if you have it. And I will be giving you my WhatsApp number using email so that you can email me with your or email me or directly message me through WhatsApp with your name and team. Okay. 457-69249. This is the number. Yeah, Rokia. Yeah, you are talking to me and I'm having trouble listening to you. It's fine, don't worry. You can just like attend the class. It's enough. It's fine. Sometimes if you have questions, you can type it in the chat like you just did. Okay. So this is my WhatsApp number. If you have a group, you can add me so that we can go share. It's much more convenient there. And also you can use the email to give me the reason if you have trouble connecting online the classes. So let me tell you about this whiteboard.fi. What happens here is just like that. I create a class like this, and then if I have any, you can see there are other tools. Okay, Nuria or Zanab or anybody, can you see whatever I'm showing in the screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So the thing is, you can see 0.8 if you have like, if you have the whiteboard, if you use this room code like U49FE, something like that in this website, you get this type of thing. And I get you here like this. You see student whiteboards and you join Nuria and Taiba and Zanab. Three of you joined here. It is showing that you're not online right now, but you guys joined earlier. So you get an individual whiteboard of your own, but you can see only your whiteboard and my whiteboard. So what I do is just like write a question or any kind of things like, what about like root 3? Tell me the value of root 3. You have to write it. And some of you write it like in your whiteboard like 1.73, something like that. Okay. So that's how the whiteboard works. It's much easier because you get to interact and have an answer sheet like this. Okay. So that's why I was trying to use that. Since it's a problem, like sometimes the internet have problem, we can always use the whole Microsoft whiteboard, this one, and get back to studies. But yeah, you can use whatever you are feeling convenient with. And as I can say, we are coming to the end of the class, so we can contact further in emails and WhatsApp. So don't feel shy anyhow, any one of you, and don't forget to give me the reason if you are unable to attend the classes so that I can put you in the attendance sheet. So it's an important thing for me, for you too. Right now I'm giving excuse absent for all of you because it's just I understand some of you having online classes problem. When are you gonna be in Bangladesh? We can take offline classes, or yeah, we can continue online. It's up to you. So thank you for attending the class. It was a fun time that I had with you. And yeah, don't fear to ask me any questions and about the classes, about the whereabouts or other things. Okay, give me an email. If I get that and if I have time, I will always reply you back. Does anyone of you have to say anything about today's class? If not, we can end the class. I'm just gonna stop sharing. I will provide you with worksheets, okay? In emails, you're gonna get homeworks. Oh, I got a chat. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining. Have a great day, all of you. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.